Dear students, in the above passage, you have read that during his journey, the writer was gathered by some refugee children. Those refugee children were selling baskets and fans, and the condition of those refugee children was not good. They were very poor children because their parents were very poor and they had no option for their living. By selling their baskets and fans, they had to spend their life. And it was the main source of their living. So, when the children gathered around him, the writer knew his desire and he bought some baskets for few annas. I bought one tiny basket for a few annas, another fruit basket for a bit more, a beautiful waste paper basket for a rupee. In this way, the writer bought a basket for waste paper, a tiny basket for fruits, and some other baskets for other purpose. A lovely sewing basket for a rupee, a few fans for an anna or 2 a piece. He also purchased a beautiful basket for waste paper and few fans for an annas or 2. In this way, the writer purchased their fans and baskets. My arms were filled and I had not spent 50 cents. The children passed in, shouting their wares. The writer has purchased so many fans and baskets that his arms was totally filled. Now he was unable to purchase any articles of the refugee children. But he had not spent $50 at all. The children passed in, shouting their wares. I was a prisoner, completely surrounded, unable to move. The writer was totally surrounded by the refugee children who were selling their articles. So, it was unable for him to move for a bit. He could not move because he was totally surrounded by the refugee children. And those refugee children were selling for their articles and shouting to sell their articles. The most diligent, aggressive vendor was a beautiful girl of 9 right in front of me. In those refugee children, there was a beautiful girl of 9 years in front of the writer. She had a lovely basket with handle and she wanted a rupee and a half for it. She had also a beautiful baskets with handle and she wanted to sell her basket at a rupee and half for it, or about 30 cents. She was an earnest pleader. There were tears in her eyes. She requested the writer to purchase her basket. She was weeping because there were tears in her eyes. She was weeping because all her friends had sell their baskets and fans, but the writer has not purchased her basket and fans. So she was very sorry and she had tears in her eyes. She pleaded and begged in tone that would wring any heart. She requested the writer in such tone that anybody would melt for his request. Anybody may be impressed by her request. She was requesting earnestly to the writer to purchase her articles. My arms were full. I had no room, let alone any need for another basket. The writer was unable to purchase the basket and fan of that little girl because his arms were filled with baskets and fans. So he could not purchase any articles. There was no need for the writer of any articles. Balancing my basket and fans on my left arm, I reached into my right coat pocket and got a handful change. Seeing the little girl weeping, the writer was impressed by her and balancing all the basket and fans in one hand, the writer put his hand into his pocket and got a handful change and put it in her basket. Perhaps 15 cents in all, which I deposit in the basket that the young girl held imploring before me. Thus, the writer put near about 15 cents at all in the basket of that little girl. I tried to explain that I could not buy the basket but extended the gratuity as a substitute. The writer wants to say that he is unable to purchase her basket and fans, but as a charity, he gave her some money. There was no substitution before the writer to help that little girl, but that little girl was not satisfied for it. I realized at once what offense I had given. The writer at once realized that he had committed some offense. The child of 9, dressed in rags and on the edge of starvation, raised her chin, reached into the basket, and with all the pride and graciousness of a lady, handed the money back to me. That little girl of 9 years was very angry at the behavior of the writer. The little girl of 9 years at once returned back the money what the writer has given in her basket. Not in anger, but with all pride and respect. Respectfully she returned back the money what the writer had given to her. There was only one thing I could do. Thus, there was no option for the writer. And I bought the basket. In this way, the writer was forced to buy the basket of that little girl. She wiped her eyes, smiled and dashed down the platform. When the writer bought her basket, she wiped her eye and she became very happy and ran to her hut. Headed for some grass hut that would have at least 30 cents that night. In this way, she was happy because at that night she had near about 30 cents so that she could buy for her living. In this way, the writer describes that how pitiful condition was the refugee children. Their condition was very miserable. They were trying to sell their articles for their living. The writer was very much impressed by the behavior and decency of that little girl. Since he had come to India to see the feelings of the people about her country, so he was very much impressed by the behavior of that little girl, that I told this story to the Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. I told him it was one reason I had fallen in love with India. The writer told this story to the Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and said that this is the main reason that I love India very much. The people of India have great love and passion for their country. They also love for their independence. And this girl of 9 years impressed the writer so much. The writer also comments about the people of the country, India, that the people I saw in India, those in the villages as well as those in high office, have both pride and lively sense of decency and citizenship. The writer describes about the people of India that Indian people, whether they are in high offices or they live in villages or cities, both have the pride about their country and they have the quality of good citizenship. They also have a passion for independence. The people of the country has a great desire about the independence of their country. This beautiful child, born in squalor and poverty, uneducated in both grammar and manner, have given me a glimpse of the warm soul of India. The writer describes to the Prime Minister of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru that this girl, this poor girl of 9 years, born in dirty atmosphere, her parents are so poor. Nevertheless, she had a great pride about her country. She is totally uneducated. She had not knowledge about the language and the manner. She is totally unknown about the manner and language because she is uneducated. Besides these things, he had impressed the writer so much that the writer knew that he had a warm soul about her country, had given me a glimpse of the warm soul of India. Means, seeing the attitude of that little girl, the writer has guessed about the feeling of the Indian people, that the Indian people had great pride about their country and had great love for their country. Thus, this lesson is ended, and in my next lecture I will teach you about the second lesson, a fellow traveler.